was going to ask you, talking with Jesper just about championship teams need that poise, you know, in tough moments and confidence-wise. Have you seen that, you know, personally and with this team, the poise when the games are on the line, that you guys, you know, show that poise and then ultimately come up with wins?
Yeah, I think we have the belief as a group. You know, I think Jesper's installed a lot of freedom, you know, and responsibility in us. So it's, you know, it's not always on him. I think guys can take accountability and ownership out there. So, yeah, I think this year we've done a good job battling out of spots that, you know, maybe we shouldn't be in. So I think that the better thing is to be in those positions and, you know, be solid and not have to get into those. But it's nice to know when, you know, when we're down a little bit or something happens, the group can always rally.
I mean, the road team on the playoffs it's difficult for sure, obviously. Do you take the approach any differently than if this game was at BC Place this Saturday?
No, I don't think so. I think we've been pretty steady on our style and the way we do things. So for us, you know, it just stays the same.
Michael?
Yohei, you've had to play with a lot of different back fours in front of you this year. Talk a little bit about how quickly you can get the chemistry with your back four. Do you have to do anything different when it's a different setup there from what you've been used to?
I didn't do anything like difficult things. My approach is always the same. Keep talking, keep good connection with them, and then also we have a lot of good players back four. Always, you know, like a good connection with them. So I help them. They help me a lot. So it's a good connection, I think.
Sebastian, third final so far. Hopefully a fourth coming this year for the team. You've been through these big games. You've had these experiences. This is a young San Diego team, especially on the back line. Can you use that advantage to kind of get them on the back foot, put them under pressure early because they're maybe not used to these big game scenarios?
Yeah, I mean, I think they still have quality players, and you know, I think good players can always rise to the occasion. So I think it's just more focused on what we do and the things that we do well, and you know, kind of lead into what we've been doing the whole year and having that confidence that, you know, we can go out there on the road and go out there and come out with a win.
Sure. Last time you said there were no words to describe how you felt. I saw the video, and do you have any words now?
No, I mean, yeah, no, it's still just one game at a time. You know, it's the LA games in the past now. It's done. You know, it's not something that we need to keep harping on. That was a quarterfinal game, and this is a semifinal game, and you know, we want to advance. So for us, it's one moment, one game at a time, and you know, we're going to put all our energy into this game, and then you know, hopefully going out there and then putting the game to the next.
Sebastian, we know that Yohei loves going in the sauna. I'm wondering about your routine where you go in the cold plunge with Bovalina. How did that get started, and what do you guys get out of doing that on the match day -1?
Yeah, I think we just need to balance out. If Yohei goes heat, I think we need to go cold. Just a little contrast. But no, I think it's just been something that, you know, just wanted to push myself a little bit. It was something that I felt like everything I did in a day was pretty comfortable, and nothing was really uncomfortable in a day. And kind of woke up one morning, I was like, you know, I gotta feel a little bit of something. You know, I need to feel a little bit of uncomfort. And then did it by myself one time, and then the next time asked Giuseppe, and then from there we've been doing it the last almost year and a half now. And it's something that, you know, we look forward to now, and because we know it's gonna be a little bit tough. And yeah, I think it's just something that gets me in that mindset of like, I can do more things than I think I can do. So yeah.
Yohei, we've seen you start a lot of plays with your footwork, and you saw the goal that Savvy scored. How integral and important is it for you to be able to have that ability to start the play and really contribute? It's like a secret weapon for the Whitecaps.
Secret weapon. Yeah, I'm really good at feet, and the Jesper came in, especially this year. He brought a new style for us, and then I think it's good for me. And of course, I like to play short, but sometimes, you know, put the ball in the behind the line. sometimes effective. So I always try to see how they're gonna place us, the structure, and then what they thought, and always try to do the opposite what they want. So yeah, that's it. Yeah.
We'll go Trevor, then Alex.
So that ball you played in behind, is that something you just recognized, or is it something that you talked about? And could you have placed it any better?
Yeah, we trained a lot. Not for last game, the whole year, and also me and Sabi, we have a good recognition each other. And when I touch the ball, he already started and just put the ball. Yeah, he scored a good goal. He made me assist. So I just say thank you for him. Yeah.
I think you made him look pretty good too, though.
Alex and Gemma.
Seb, just to start, obviously San Diego, tough team, top of the West. They like to hold the ball. You guys love to hold the ball. You're just right there behind them. Just how important will it be, the work you do off the ball? Because when you lose it, you know they're going to be able to keep it. Just speak about the pressing, the counter-pressing, the way you guys squeeze the field. How important will that be on the road?
Yeah, I think we've been doing it almost all year now, that counter press and being organized on the pressure. It'd be the same thing against them. They're a good team. They like to have the ball. So especially once we win the ball back, I think keeping it is also another big thing, not forcing it into areas we don't need to force it into. So yeah, I think that's been emphasis all year, but I think in these tight games when especially, trying to create turnovers up the field and hopefully, create goal-scoring opportunities for ourselves. So, yeah, they're a good team, but I think in the end, we can put them under pressure.
And Yohei, you've done a lot of sweeping work this year. I think you're one of the top sweepers in MLS. Just what's that been like, that feeling as a goalkeeper, the way you can clean up attacks maybe before they happen, but also the risks of it, of knowing that you take one wrong step, one movement. Just what kind of goes through your mind when you see a long ball over the top?
I always try to see the manage the space behind in front of me. I'm goalkeeper, but I'm not defend just in my net. So yeah, when I was in Japan, Andre Postecoglou, my former boss was he told me a lot about the sweeper goalkeeper. He gave me a task to manage the big space behind the line, so I used to it. And Jesper came in. He brought me a kind of same structure, and that's my strengths. I'm really comfortable. Yeah.
Barry, we'll go back to Barry.
You guys had so many brilliant moments this year, like lots. Do you can you kind of when you look over and there's Thomas Muller playing alongside you, there's packed stadiums. Do you kind of are you enjoying that ride? Is it hard to not enjoy it as it's going on, even though there's these huge pressure games in front of you?
It's kind of a blur, honestly, all of it. Like, to think that, we had Champions League was like this year, it feels like it was forever ago. Yeah, I think for us, it's once we, have a game or whatever it is, it's just on the next game, and you don't have that time to dwell. And hopefully in the off season, I'll be sit down and maybe my family just like speak about things and go over, even with the teammates, you go over different things. But I think when you're in the moment, you just want to stay on task. You don't want to get ahead of yourself and just want to keep plugging, keep pushing. And I think this team's done a great job this year of having that and not, dwelling on the past, even if it's good. I think we've moved on really quickly. So yeah, for us, it's again that one game at a time mentality and just to keep getting better.
And Yohei, how fun is this bit? It's incredible.
Yeah, it's a good ride, especially in this season. We reached to the Champions Cup final. We won the Canadian Championship, and a lot of important game we won. And I think it's big difference from last couple years. So yeah, but we have 2 more games to go. So I'm really focused on next game and on this weekend. So yeah, 2 more to go.
Not done yet, baby.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Okay, so we'll go to Gemma, then we'll go online. Gemma, please.
Building on that a little bit, I wonder if you could each talk a little bit about how you manage the emotions of this moment heading into the game, because obviously there's excitement in all of these things that you talk about one day at a time. How do you approach that when there is all of this other excitement going on?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, pressure for me is something that you create in your own head. You know, I think if you see the pressure and, you know, you're the one letting it choose whether or not to make it bigger than it is. You know, for this is, you know, in my opinion, it's another soccer game, you know, and it's a semifinals. And for us, I think we've dealt with that really well this year, you know, not making it more than it is. You know, we're playing a soccer game and alongside of a bunch of best friends, you know, and just going out there and having a good time. And yeah, it is a big moment, but I think we've done really well of just being ourselves, you know, not being more than who we are. So yeah, I think it's been, for me at least, like, again, what you said, one game at a time.
Great. We'll now go online. We'll start with Paul and then Simon. Over to you, Paul.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Perfect. I just wanted both of you, you know, Jesper was on, talked about confidence, belief, resilience, pointed to the, you know, results you've had against the LAFC earlier in the season, Real Salt Lake, Pumas. And Sebastian, I'll start with you. I mean, you just talked about pressure. I mean, you were one of the guys that took a penalty shot in the shootout. You know, how do you not overthink that moment when literally a team game is reduced to a one-on-one skills competition?
Never heard of one-on-one skills competition. That's interesting. PK shootouts. I like that. But yeah, it's just getting the thoughts out of your head and executing. You know, there's a process I think every guy goes through. Same as Yohei. You know, when he's in goal, he has his process and his routine that, you know, he sticks to, and you lean on that. You know, you lean on that to give you the confidence to go out there and step up and just execute your shot.
Yohei, just follow on that. I mean, again, this confidence, this team, it just kind of rolls through. You're 2-0 in shootouts. A lot of teams in the history of football have you know, crumbled in that situation. Like, as the goalkeeper, like, what do you do to kind of just forget everything that went before and just focus on the guy that's trying to shoot in front of you?
Yeah, you know, especially Sebastian, he scored the pens, and everybody scored with a composure, with confidence. I love to see that, and they gave me a little like extra the motivation and confidence. So yeah, I love to see that.
Thank you, Paul. We'll go to Simon next, please.
Guys, in terms of thinking back to last weekend and the way you played in the first half and then the way the second half unfolded, has been a lot of the thought and planning going into this game around passing and movement and possession of the ball and sort of the team discipline that you guys need to have in order to try and keep possession as best you can and really sort of take the sting out of San Diego, because you end up having more of the ball over the course of the game?
Yeah, I think we've been doing the same thing this whole year, just, you know, playing the game we want to play and dictating it on our own terms, you know, and they're going to have spells where we're going to have a ball, and that's fine. You know, I think last time we went there, we showed that, you know, we can be compact and we can keep the ball, you know, we can let them have the ball and it's no problem. So, yeah, I think it's just more just going back to what we've been doing this whole year and, you know, sticking to that and not trying to be more than we are.